On a cold, rain-soaked night, Maya Ellis was driving home after a long shift at a roadside diner. Her uniform was damp, her hands tired, and her mind focused on little more than getting home and resting. The rain fell hard, blurring the streetlights and turning the road into a silver ribbon of reflections. That's when she noticed a car pulled awkwardly onto the shoulder, hazard lights blinking weakly through the storm. Standing beside it was an older man in a soaked coat, struggling with a phone that clearly wasn't helping. Maya slowed. She hesitated. It was late, and stopping wasn't convenient. But she did anyway. She rolled down her window and asked if he was all right. Relieved, the man explained his car had broken down and there was no signal to call for help. Maya unlocked the door and told him to get in before the cold settled deeper into his bones. Her heater barely worked, but it was better than the rain. His name was Thomas Reed. He spoke softly, gratefully, never once asking who she was or why she stopped. Maya drove him to her modest apartment nearby, made him a cup of soup, and gave him a dry blanket. Before dawn, she left quietly for work, finding only a neatly folded blanket and a handwritten note that read, "Thank you for treating me like a person." She smiled, tucked the note away, and hurried to the diner. She arrived late. The morning rush was already loud, coffee cups clinking, orders being called out. Her manager, Gordon Pike, noticed immediately in front of customers and co-workers. He scolded her sharply, dismissing her explanation and telling her she was no longer needed. Maya didn't argue. She untied her apron, placed it on the counter, and walked out into the misty morning, holding back tears. She told herself she had done the right thing. By midday, the diner buzzed with anticipation. The owner was expected to visit someone rarely seen, spoken about in whispers. When the door opened, a well-dressed man stepped inside, calm and observant. It was Thomas Reed. He took in the room quietly before asking a simple question. "Where is the woman who worked the morning shift?" Gordon laughed nervously and explained she'd been let go for being late. Thomas didn't raise his voice. He didn't argue. He simply said, "Call her." When Maya returned, confused and uncertain, Thomas thanked her publicly for her kindness the night before, for helping him without knowing who he was. He explained that the diner belonged to him and that he believed businesses should be run with dignity, not fear. Maya was reinstated on the spot and promoted to a leadership role. Gordon was reassigned. No drama, no shouting, just consequences delivered calmly and fairly. In the weeks that followed, the diner changed. The atmosphere softened. Customers lingered longer. Staff felt valued. Maya led with the same quiet kindness she'd shown in the rain. Months later, Thomas officially offered her partnership in the diner. She accepted with gratitude, knowing none of it came from ambition, only compassion. On rainy mornings, Maya still remembered that night, how one small decision made without expectation reshaped her entire life. Sometimes kindness doesn't just change the moment. It changes the direction.